Here is your how-to for the Skidoo Summit 850 belt removal and install.
Side panel pops open, you slide it up just a touch and it'll come right off. You undo this pin right here. Now the cover will shake loose as you get it off of these couple catches. Once you get it to pop up, there's a little catch down in the front that you can't see until you're trying to put it back on. But it hangs up on it, and you have to see if I can get you so you can see it. But you slide the belt cover out just a touch, and lift and wiggle it out. And this is the catch I was talking about. Alright, now we're to the belt. On your cover is this little handy dandy tool. And you put it in right here on your clutch, your secondary, and you screw it in until it starts to pull the clutch plates apart. Now the clutch plates are far enough apart, clutch sheaves, so you just wiggle your belt around on top of it. And then you get it out of your primary, and bada bing bada boom, there's your old belt that will now be a spare. One thing I'll suggest to you is you take some soapy water and you scrub off around the edges and around your belt. That helps get the manufacturing oil grossness off of it. And don't use a new scrub because that'll make your wife mad, but also take it along the inner sheaves of your clutches too. That'll just clean everything up so it gets a good connection and ripping and roaring. Now they're all soaked up and clean. I'll take a microfiber rag and just wipe it off. Now if you're on the side of the mountain, you don't have all that time for that cleaning. So the belt specifies rotational direction. So I don't know if it's a bunch of hogwash or not, but I just do as I'm told. First you slip it down and around your primary. You got to get a good angle on it to get it inside there. Once you get it hooked down around your primary, come up to your secondary and feed it around. And since the sheaves are apart, you can slip your belt in there. Now you just undo this. That brings the plates back together. It'll pinch that belt inside there, so you gotta kind of rotate it around to get it seated in the right position. So you keep wiggling and making up slack with these two sides of the belt, and finally you get it rolled all the way out. Now you want your ridges to be, you want the trough to be lined up right with your clutch, your secondary clutch sheave. So if it's not, you can back this out or tighten this up just with that Allen head and get your secondary into the right position so that you end up with your belt in this kind of spot. Put your clutch tool back in its spot, or else you'll hate yourself when you find out it's missing. Putting the clutch cover back on, now you can maybe see down in there, and you got to get that clip back in that spot. It's kind of a pain, but there it goes. Now it's back in there and locked. Come back around here, get it back into position, throw your pin back in. Now you just throw your spare belt around the outside. Now we're ready for another winter. Safe trails, my friends.